punchy today.
I am punchy for sure. Hey, welcome. It's Curt and Jen in the morning. This is our podcast, our pod and video cast, and this is our second day of doing 3 days a week.
It's the first week at dropping podcasts 3 days a week. We have podcasts every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and hopefully you missed us so much yesterday you couldn't wait for today.
Yes.
And here we are. Thank you for letting us be part of your day.
We have got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. Well, first of all, there might be a tornado.
I mean,
Shouldn't that be
let's
at the
not
top?
scare people.
Okay. All right. Ways to cut down on dust in your home.
Yes. Is TSA's Pre-Check worth it?
There's a new term called boomerasking or boomertasking?
Boomerasking.
Boomerasking. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's boomerasking. Maybe I have it wrong.
All right.
Fireball's giving away a lifetime of whiskey, but you probably can't win, but you might know someone who can.
And finally, things that your significant other is significantly better at than you.
Things your significant other is significantly better at than you.
Yeah. I think that's correct.
You just paused at better and then at.
I was questioning if that was good grammar. If that was good grammar.
Better at.
And I think that it is. So everybody's going to be okay.
Happy Hump Day.
Mm-hmm.
If you're feeling burned out, guess what? You're not alone.
Yeah, another poll. We have a poll, of course. Always have a poll.
There's always a poll for everything. Yes.
Burnout is on the rise. A third of workers say that they're even more burnt out than they were a year ago because of things like heavy workloads, long hours. This is the sad part, a lack of support or recognition from your manager or your boss, and feeling like there's no room for growth. It's tough.
Well, it's because...
What is it because?
People are paring down their employees, right? And so then people are tasked with more, including the manager. So I'm not giving excuses for managers. I mean, you got to take care of your employees and make them feel, valued.
Suggestions for managers, if you want to make your employees feel valued, encourage them, of course, take your vacation days. They're yours. You should use them. And also manage projects better, manager. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Manage projects
Foster
better.
open communication. Let workers know they're appreciated. Hire more people to help. Don't we all wish that was how the world works?
And then maybe less burnout. All right. Here's where we share stuff that we done.
I had something happen yesterday, Curt Cruz.
I don't like the way this is starting.
I was so proud of myself for going to the gym.
Right.
So I'm at the gym and I'm getting ready to back into my spot, and I even triple checked because there was a Safeway box truck in the Safeway parking lot, which is the same parking lot as my gym. Clear.
That's kind of funny because when you said back into the box, I was like, there's a gym called the box. This is in your car.
I'm backing up Pat's car, my boyfriend Pat's car, and I'm backing up and boom, someone hits me.
Or did you hit someone?
No, someone hit me. I was backing up. They hit the side of my car.
Ooh.
It's jacked. The door is a little jacked. So I got to go get some estimates, but I made a new friend. The person that hit me.
That's right.
Her name's Carrie. I love her already.
You were sharing this story. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna
work out together.
We talked about the thing.
She's in the music industry. I was in radio. I mean, we just became fast friends. So You know what? The world had us collide physically, and now here we are.
I hope the friendship works out because
I do too.
Most friendships don't start with something that expensive, right?
I know.
What I did yesterday was I tried to get everybody together for trivia at Sean McDonald's.
But no one could come. Yeah. No one could make it.
No one could make it yesterday. But Dana and I had a friend, Holly, coming to visit. And I said, you know what? We're going to go do trivia anyway.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you win?
Hang on.
Oh, I'm excited.
Well, first off, I'm there with Dana, my wife, and then Holly. And I'm like, well, this is not really whiskey business. That's our team.
No, yeah, you got to come up with a different name.
Which I did.
Which was?
Are you ready?
I'm ready for it.
Kraken Skulls. Okay.
Oh, that's nice because you love Kraken so much.
Well, and there's a Kraken game on. We came in 11th. Didn't crack the top 10, pardon the pun. We need everybody there.
How many people were there? Was there 11 teams?
There was more than 11 teams. You weren't last.
Well, but if there were 30 teams, 11th is not bad.
There weren't 30 teams.
Okay.
There were maybe 15 or 16.
All right.
So we need, but we got some that I thought, I was surprised that, you're like, oh, I got that right.
Give me a question. Do you have an example or no? Off the top?
Cillian Murphy got an award for this TV show.
Cillian Murphy?
Cillian Murphy. Some people say Cillian Murphy.
Oh, I don't even know who that is. What is it?
Peaky Blinders.
Oh, good job.
And our friend Holly knew that one.
Nice.
Cillian,
Way
whatever
to go,
his name
smart
is.
Holly.
So that's what we did last night. And we need to get whiskey business back in there.
Do you want to know what I did last night, though, for real? I took my dog for a walk because it was like 70 degrees
Wasn't that something?
Like 6 o'clock at night. Mm-hmm. Yesterday was an amazing glimpse of summer.
What's to come? We sat out on the back porch with beverages yesterday in the sunshine for a while. It was very nice.
I mean, it was so warm yesterday. Today, it's going to reach 71 degrees, but tonight, there's a severe weather watch warning.
And talk of a tornado.
Now, I mean, it's very slight. The chance of a tornado touching down is very slight. There was more talk about it yesterday, but as we enter today, very slight that it will touch down, but there's going to be lightning all over the place, big hail as big as 2 inches. We never get hail that big in these parts in the Pacific Northwest.
Maybe we should put our cars inside the garage.
And high winds.
High winds.
Charge your devices because we're going to lose power.
Trees will come down and the power will be gone. That always seems to happen.
Hunker down. Batten down the hatches.
All that stuff. What we got? Oh, you wanted to share this because have people even heard of this store at Amazon?
Well, if you like online shopping and good deals, Amazon is holding its big spring deal sale. I just thought I'd mention it because I didn't know it was happening. It kicked off yesterday, runs through the 31st. Maybe you get a little jump start on your Christmas shopping.
This is not really a commercial or an ad for Amazon. It's more the surprise that Jen didn't know a sale was going on.
That's right.
You almost missed a whole sale.
I missed a whole day of it.
Well, are you going to go there as soon as we're done with this?
Online?
Yeah,
of course. Duh.
Mariners news. Cal Raleigh.
You were like, this is huge news. And I'm like, who is this dude?
Cal Raleigh.
I know.
Okay. I'm going to arguably right now the Mariners' best player or among them.
What does he play?
He plays for $105 million now is what he plays.
$105 million. What's his position is what I'm trying to ask.
He is the reigning Platinum Glove winner, and he is, I think he is center field.
Center field.
Is that right?
Well, you said, is that?
What?
Catcher? What?
It does say catcher Cal Raleigh right there. That's who he is. And
I was trying to get you to say it, Curt Cruz. Duh.
I'm sorry. I'm tired. And I was like, and right away, I'm like, why am I blanking on that? Catcher Cal Raleigh. I just see him.
Let's erase and start over.
We can't start over.
I know.
All right. So Cal Raleigh is the catcher. Yes. I'm sorry. That was the thing is when you asked me, I was like, oh, did I get it wrong? Shoot. They're like, maybe he's center field.
Okay. He's 28 years old. He makes $105 million a year. And what's the big darn deal?
Not a year. He doesn't get that much. So, the extension starts the 2025 season. It will buy out 3 years of free agency. This is the nerdy stuff. Cal Raleigh was scheduled to make $5.6 million as a first-time arbitration eligible player this year. I don't even know what that means, but he's making a lot more than that, I guess.
But he's really freaking good.
Apparently, he's a switch hitter, and he's a very good switch hitter. So
he's probably hot too.
You want to look at a picture? Oh, it's not on there. Okay. That is the funniest thing because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh shoot, I said the wrong
You were
position.
so confident about this.
No, I'm not confident at all. But I was like, oh, she's asking what the position was, and I'm like, I must have got it wrong. Catcher.
He's a catcher.
Okay, what are you looking up?
I'm looking up his picture. I'm just looking it up just to see.
Do you think he's hot or not?
No, I do not. I mean, really? I'm sure he's very kind.
That is not baseball music.
And he's very good. I'm sure he's very good at baseball. I feel like I was a little
He's very good at
crappy
baseball.
by saying, is he hot? For me.
No, well.
Okay, that was so mean. All right.
You pick your teams based on how cute their uniforms are.
That's right. Tell me about the Seahawks.
Seahawks is 50th season, believe it or not. The Seahawks started way back in 1976. So in celebration of their 50th season, coming up, the team have launched a year-long 50th season campaign. So you're going to have, not just a new logo, but also a bunch of fan and community events that they can do, special plans for a 50th season theme game.
There's a special 50th patch that goes back to their original colors and has 12 feathers on it representing the 12th man.
There you go. Yeah, I didn't know that they weren't. I guess originally I thought they were like silver and blue mostly, right? Yeah.
Yes. And do you want to know what happened? Yeah, they added green later, I think, right? Do you want to know what happened 25 years ago today? I'm pretty sure it was 25 years ago today.
You were born.
No.
Okay.
I wish that was the case, and I was.
What happened 25 years
old.
ago today?
The kingdom imploded. Bye-bye, kingdom.
I was barely not here for that.
25 years ago.
76? No, I'm sorry. What? I'm doing 50.
No, but it was the kingdom back in 1976 is when it was constructed.
Okay, and then...
But then 25 years ago today is when it
wiped it out.
We blew it up.
All right.
And started over and built Lumen Field, yeah.
Was it the situation where they had newscasters out there that set up in the wrong place and it imploded and the dust came and engulfed them? Engulfed is not the right word.
There was a lot of dust. There was a lot of concrete.
That's what happened in Detroit. Yeah. They brought down this old building, and people were like, "Hey, we got it! Oh, here comes!" I mean, literally, it was imagine like a big dust storm coming in.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure that happened because when you watch it from afar, I mean, it's pretty incredible sight. Actually,
it's actually a.
That's coming up.
Blake, tell us about Blake. That was Blake Shelton.
That was Blake Shelton.
I like him. And Gwen Stefani. They have a new song that's coming out.
A new duet, and it might surprise you that it's a breakup song. So people are going to start talking, right?
I heard his audio on this because I try to follow some of that stuff. Mm-hmm. And the song that there's their new song coming out, it's not out yet, is Hanging On. And when Blake, you're going to play this audio, and I was like, this isn't very convincing. It's kind of weird what he said to me.
Yeah, this is Blake on there, a new duet with Gwen.
It's actually a breakup song that's about breaking up, but still trying to stay together. That's there you go. That's the title, Hanging On. It's really no reflection of where Gwen and I are in our relationship, I hope. But it's a country song, and we wanted to do it, you know. It's a song that pushes us vocally, and we just love the song. We're to a point in our lives we just want to do songs that we love and then see what happens, I guess, later.
What does that part mean? Like on their relationship?
See what happens later? I imagine
and I hope we're not at that point. Like, dude, you should know.
Well, I'm thinking maybe he's like, well, you know what, the song, people might question the lyrics or whatever, but we're going to put it out and see what happens. I hope that's what he's saying, because what you said is probably what people are thinking. What do you mean see what happens later? Do you make it? Do you break up? God. What's going to happen to Gwen? He probably
no, what's going to happen to you? Gwen's going to be just fine.
Gwen's going to be just fine. It's true. All right. This is just something quick that I thought was silly. This is in San Diego. There's a San Diego grocery store. And this is the first grocery store in the country by law. The San Diego City Council passed the first-time policy that bans digital-only coupons. What they're saying is it's not fair. You know, the coupons you get on your phone, right?
I know what they're going to say. The seniors can't access them because they don't have their phone. They're not like, what do you call it? Like they don't know how to work their phones as well.
I was waiting for you to come up with an answer.
Gosh.
Are you saying, what's the word you're looking for? Dumb?
No.
All right.
They're not as apt.
Yes. The council unanimously passed what they're calling the Grocery Pricing Transparency Ordinance that gives all San Diegans the same access to grocery store coupons. The grocers in the city who offer digital deals are required to have paper coupons as well. So to me, it's like, okay, this is going to cost more money.
Well, you're going to kill more trees.
You're also going to kill more trees. But it's like, you can't do that digital one unless you have a paper one as well.
But all they need to do is have it at the register. You don't need, I think.
Just have
that's
one at
what
the
I
register?
think. That's what I believe.
Yeah, but then how are people going to know when they're out shopping?
You know what? Take a page from Town and Country's playbook, the grocery store that we have around here. They have a big board. When you walk in the grocery store, it's a big board. Here's all the awesome deals that we have going that are the big darn deals.
Problem solved.
Deal board. Yeah.
I do think it was kind of, I mean, at what point do you say to the seniors, well, just learn how to use a phone? I guess you can't.
No.
Everybody has to be included.
There's gonna be a time in a few years where you'll be able to do that. Because generations die off, and I'm just saying it's how it works.
Moving on.
Gosh. Moving on to ways to stop dust from getting your house from getting so dusty.
Don't have an old person around.
Oh.
Get rid of them.
Okay, here's the deal. People are spring cleaning because spring is here.
Right.
And dust can get everywhere in your house and build up. And here's how you can solve that.
Regularly maintain your filters and vents. Change your.
I forget to do that. Pat is really good at remembering that.
I'm bad at it until I go to Lowe's and go, oh, I need to get one of those.
And they're not cheap.
The ones I get are like 25 inches by 4 inches thick. Do you have those too?
Yes, Pat puts them in for me. Yeah.
You also run an air purifier from time to time if you can. Vacuum.
every couple days? No, I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'm lucky if I vacuum once a week.
Keep your windows closed. We're not going to do that either when it's a nice day.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have windows open yesterday? I bet you did.
I have a window open in my bedroom at all times.
Oh, you like the fresh air. Even in the winter, 365 a year?
Yeah, because you're supposed to sleep with, I wouldn't say 365. In the summer, I'd probably close. Yeah, it's the summer it gets closed because the air conditioning will kick on.
Oh.
But you're supposed to sleep with a cold bedroom, so fresh air, why not? You guys don't have that? You just turn down the heat?
Oh, no. Dana likes to sleep with the window open. But it's going to be 17 degrees tonight, babe. It's okay.
It doesn't matter. It's good for your sleep.
Finally, leave your
hygiene.
shoes at the door. Shoes are the easiest way to track dirt and dust throughout your home. Leave them by the front door.
You do that. I do not.
Anything else you want to add? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. What's going on with your music?
I accidentally bumped it. Would you like to add something else?
No.
Then why did you say it?
I don't know, because I didn't know if you wanted me to say that.
No.
Here's the deal. When guests come into your house, there's things that will make your house seem gross.
And people will notice is what they're saying.
And dust is on the list.
Guests will notice when they come into your house. And I like that the headline says, make your house look gross.
Things guests notice that make your house seem gross. Here it is. The bathroom. They'll look around while sitting there, and they will judge you on toothpaste splatter on the mirrors. That's the biggest one.
Why are people going to the restroom in the master bathroom where you brush your teeth?
So, Curt, not everybody is as privileged as you and has a primary bath in the primary bedroom. It's no longer master, by the way.
Or people that have air conditioning, like certain people. Doorknobs and light switches get touched a lot, so the area around them can start looking gross. That's something you don't always notice, right?
I don't. Do you clean that often? I don't.
No.
The light switches
There's one time a year that the light hits it a certain way. You're like, oh my God, the door is filthy.
It's
all right.
Yeah, the doorknobs and light switches. Clean those. Dirty dishes. People judge you for that. If your sink is full of dishes, nope.
Not good.
Gross. You have a gross home.
Old food in the fridge.
Now, why are they opening up your fridge and looking at your old food? And how are they going to know if it's old or not? Because it's moldy?
Especially if they open the fridge and there's a smell.
I'll give you a smell.
Dust is on the list. They will notice if it's dusty. Also, dirty floors. If you got crumbs or grime. Lots of pet hair all over the place. If you've seen those T-shirts, people say dog hair, don't care.
Oh, yeah.
We kind of had to take that attitude because Dexy was such a hairy beast. It happens.
Snotty Sailor is a hairy beast, too. They say sticky floors are the worst. That is something I really hate when I go into a restaurant or a store. Mm-hmm. And it happens a lot at 7-Eleven because of the Slurpee machine.
But you're like, what did I just step in?
I'm just stepping. And you hear your shoes make that noise that they're sticking to the floor.
That's the worst.
Okay, and also the smell. Take the trash out before guests show up.
Pretty easy.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to say yes.
Is TSA Pre-Check worth it?
Yes. That's the question
I would tend to agree. I just recently got it, within the past few years. Mm-hmm. So I haven't had it for a long, long time. But they did a study to see if it really does save time. And yes, indeed it does. It saves 7 minutes.
The average person with pre-check said it takes 36 minutes to get through airport security compared to 43 minutes for everyone else. Okay. So there's your 7 minutes. Pre-check people also get to the airport just as early, about an hour and 41 minutes ahead of time. But they claim pre-check makes the whole experience a lot more stressful.
A lot less stressful, though.
Less stressful.
They claim pre-check makes the whole experience a lot less stressful. On a scale from 1 to 10, people with pre-check rated the stress of getting through security as a 3.4. That's compared to a 7.3 before they signed up.
Okay.
The poll also looked at the most stressful things about flying and gave 3 choices: the TSA line, crying babies, and ending up in the middle seat. Middle seat ranked first with about half the votes.
Crying babies second, and then security line was third. In this, I guess I thought at some point in here there was going to be something bad about TSA Pre-Check, and all this thing, everything on here says no, it's good, go for it. I thought the story might be that so many people are doing it now that it's not.
Oh no,
it's no longer.
It's worth it.
Okay,
there you go. There's your answer. Why a flight had to turn around over the Pacific Ocean? This is pretty amazing. Ready for it?
Well, I'll just start with the flight was on United going from LA to Shanghai.
So you're on the flight and you're so excited. You know you have a long flight ahead of you, and you're, let's just say, about an hour and 45 minutes into your trip over the Pacific Ocean, and your plane turns around because the pilot forgot his passport. What? So the flight turns around, lands, they have to switch crews out, and the people going to Shanghai ended up being 6 hours late coming in. So if you're getting a connecting flight, that's blown out the door. And you want to know what United did as to make up for it? They were so generous.
What?
They gave each passenger a $15 meal voucher for the trouble. What?
That's enough for a bag of chips, I think, on a plane.
I need a flight credit.
Yes.
I want a free flight. I want my 6 hours back that I planned for in Shanghai.
Just because I imagine the plane couldn't land if the pilot didn't have a passport.
No.
Everybody had to have. Nice going, pilot. I wonder if he's...
But how do they not check the pilot's passport before they get on the plane too? They check all of ours.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he left it at home.
And then what did he all of a sudden, how you're driving and you're like, oh crap, I forgot something. He just oh crap, I forgot something. Flip a bitch in the plane. Let's go.
All right. Here we are with our question of the day. What is your significant other significantly better at than you?
Let's go through what our partner said and what we said about our partners. Right. I said of hot firefighter boyfriend Pat, fixing things, all the things. He can fix anything.
That does seem to be the case.
Finance stuff, and if he estimating measurements, if I'm how far away do you think it is from here to there? He will say something. He's like, let me just double check that, and he'll get out a measuring tape. He's like, yep. Spot on.
6.2 feet.
It's crazy to me.
And he'll say it, and it's
crazy.
Dead on.
Yeah.
Well, he's been measuring things for a long, long time.
Yeah, he does measure once, measure twice, measure 3 times. Okay.
And I said, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, he said of me planning parties and word games. I'm significantly better than him at planning parties and word games.
Well, it's because you cheat at the word games.
Oh, I do not cheat at the word games.
My wife Dana said right away, Curt doing math. And I don't think I'm that great at math. But
she called it mathing, and we were trying to listen to what she was saying. And I'm like, are you saying napping? Because in my mind, that made absolute sense.
Of course it did. Napping. No, mathing and also getting online deals, she said.
That's a good one.
But then what I said about her, I guess first and foremost is cooking, particularly grilling, which you talk about attacking my manhood. She's like, I'm better at grilling than you are.
So she does all the barbecuing? Pretty
much.
Good for Dana. Okay.
I'm not bad at it. Bless her heart, I think that she just wants to do everything so I don't have to do it. You just go sit down and watch the game, babe. I'll take care of the grilling, which is her way of saying you suck at grilling.
Okay.
All right.
Here's what you said. Anne-Marie said that her significant other is better at historical knowledge.
There you go. Steve referring to a significant other that's no longer with us, but she was excellent at remembering people's names after meeting the very first time. I'm so bad at that. Literally, a minute after I've met somebody, they're like, what's that person's name?
Yeah, Steve says he's pretty bad at it, too. That's why he said she was better at it.
A bunch of people said patience. Jenny said he is patient, not me. Bree said patience of her husband. And cooking.
Her husband's better at cooking. Yeah. Okay, James. All right. I know who Bree is. All
Jan
right.
Being patient with technical issues.
Carrie's partner is better at patience, building things, math, and so many other things. We're a good balance of strengths and weaknesses.
That's the way to be, yeah. Y'all said each other nicely. Amanda, again with the patience and being extra funny when he's had 2 beers. But she says extra funny to others.
Not to her.
Oh, wow. She's like, come on home.
Cindy's partner is significantly better than her at backing up anything, cars, boats, RVs, you name it.
Things with a trailer are tough to back up. Have you ever tried to do that? Of course you did. You had the boat.
With the boat, and yeah, it's very hard.
Patrick says significant other is better at languages. Debbie, he's a realist and he's rational, always calm and patient. What can I say? Opposites attract.
Marilyn said cooking and history. Juliet said golf. Melissa, I loved this answer. Her significant other is significantly better at procrastination.
Sandra went on cooking from nothing. Just, there you go. Cooking from nothing.
And discernment. Don't try to BS him.
There you go. Anne said anything sporty he is better at than me.
Susie said math. He can do it without a calculator or paper and pencil all the way through calculus. Wow.
I still don't even know why people need calculus, but I'm sure that smart people have a use for it.
Corey said anything to do with computers and building stuff. Alexandria said dancing, patience, jokes, directions, languages, remembering names, and so much more.
Randy said his significant other is better at dealing with the yucky stuff, also making cocktails, friends, and smiles.
That's Carrie that he's talking about.
True.
That's true.
Merity, significant other is better at talking to people, fixing things, and knowing what's going on in the world.
And Jackie said socializing. I am an extreme introvert with social anxiety. So she's an introvert. So her significant other is significantly better socializing. Okay.
Right.
I was thinking that was her.
Doug, finances.
And more.
Finances. And more.
I mean, I believe that his wife, if it's the Doug that I'm thinking, is a banker. So
that would make sense.
Thankfully, she's better at finances.
Thanks for sharing your answers today. We love it.
Curt, I didn't remember what this was when I was reading this.
Napster?
Yeah, I'm like, what was Napster? I recognized it. I'm like,
well, Napster was
that's like I haven't even heard that for a long time.
I'm not going to say the first. It could very well be the very first. I think that it was, but just don't quote me on that. But it was the file sharing service where you could download songs for free on Napster.
So it's like Spotify.
Well, you pay for Spotify. Napster was free. There was a huge deal about it. Artists were not getting paid.
Okay.
Kind of so it did not stick around forever, but when it first came around, it's like, yeah, go download 1 million songs. It doesn't cost anything.
So it launched back in 1999, which is why I haven't really heard about it. Because it's not top of mind at all.
Okay.
It just sold for $207 million.
And that's what the line here says. A lot of people didn't even know that Napster was still around. It says, now it's like Spotify or Apple Music, but not as popular. Their big selling point is the audio is less compressed. So people who want good sound quality prefer it. Okay, I didn't know that you even could use Napster.
I didn't either.
I'm sure it costs money now, a bit better. So anyway, a
metaverse company called Infinite Reality just bought it, and the plan, they say, is to transform Napster into this social and interactive music platform, or basically virtual concerts. You'll buy a ticket like normal,
right?
And you'll use a VR headset to watch artists perform in more intimate settings.
Wow. I wonder if they can get over the Napster name because how pissed people were about that.
Well, I think that they're buying it to use the platform, and I don't think they're going to call it Napster anymore. I bet they'll call it, I don't know for sure.
After Napster.
I don't know.
Wow. $207 million. Not bad for something I didn't think.
It was developed by 2 college kids. Is that for real?
Yeah, I thought, it was
it was a hit with college kids.
Sean Parker. I think that guy was the guy's name who came up with it.
Okay.
All right. Well,
there you go.
Now we're going to find out about boomerasking. It's not about baby boomers. It's a term for something you've definitely experienced and maybe you've even done it. Tell me about this, boomerasking.
It's when you ask someone a question just so you can talk about yourself. You want the question to come back to you like a boomerang. So it's boomerasking.
Got it.
That's what we should have had, a boomerang. Do you remember that song and show? You don't?
Boomerang? A boomerang?
What does it do? It comes back to you like a boomerang.
Where did you
Bing, bong, bang is boomerang. It was a show.
Called Boomerang?
Yeah.
Well, I've never seen it.
Huh.
So it doesn't exist. It sounds like something I would have been interested in when I was 3, right?
It was a kid's show, for crying out loud. Okay. So here's some examples of boomerasking. Like ask bragging, like, how was your vacation? Mine was great.
Also a chance for people to what they call humble brag, I guess. How about this example? How was work? Yeah, I've had the worst week.
That's ask complaining. Ask complaining, not ask complaining. Okay.
Ask sharing is like ask bragging. You might ask about something random, like, what do you think of Cybertrucks? Just so you can talk about how dumb you think they are.
Okay.
So these are kind of leading questions to get people to... I knew a person that was like this, and it was very frustrating because you just... if they did something like that, they start with, how was your vacation? Mine was great. You'd say, like, yeah, I had a good one too. Let's try to order something from the menu. Just right away steer it to something else. It doesn't always work.
So do you do that? I think I've asked a question before because I have something to say about the subject. Because how do you get into it if you don't?
Here's something
you just want to say, I hate Cybertrucks?
Well,
mic drop.
I think it's more for you to, I suppose, I don't think that's really the idea.
Okay, well, it's a new term now. We all know.
The idea
boomerasking.
Is so you ask a question so you can talk about yourself.
Or the subject yourself. You want to just hear yourself talk, so you ask a question to lead to it. Okay. Oh, fireball!
Nope.
Fireball. They're giving out a lifetime supply of whiskey. But there's a catch.
I love the catch.
If your grandma actually uses this, she's the hippest old lady in the world, or just a drunk.
Fireball,
that is.
Whiskey.
They're giving it away, but to win, you have to be at least 90 years old. So they don't have a very long payout.
That's true. But we've just got a couple years and then we can enter.
They claim, I know, they claim they're doing it because Fireball is oddly popular with older demographics. They say senior citizens love Fireball, and who are we to argue with their years of wisdom? So anyone born in 1935 or earlier can sign up at lifetimesupplyoffireball.com. If they're young enough to drink, but too old to use a computer, you can nominate them. The deadline is the end of this month, March 31st. You have to explain why they deserve it.
I think it's kind of funny because it's clear that Fireball is saying, well, we don't think you're going to be around for very long, so here you go.
They're going to announce, and you have to upload a picture as well. They are going to announce 15 winners early in April.
Okay.
This part's kind of lame, but what did that say? But it's not a bad thing.
According to the rules,
they won't actually win endless bottles of Fireball.
They get a check for $2,400, and they can use that on Fireball if they want.
Okay. Do we know anyone we can nominate? I don't think I know anyone that's over 90. Our friend Gwen, his grandmother's over 90. She's in her hundreds.
Okay. Well,
let's nominate her.
Why don't we make sure it's okay with her first before we nominate Gwen's grandmama?
Yes.
This is because Jen is a loud sneezer.
I actually am. I mean, if I have to sneeze, I'm letting it out. I'm loud about it.
Also burping, but that's not in this story. So... if you're a loud sneezer, it says, here's how you can do it quietly. I would think, okay. Yeah, because you don't want to just like hold your nose and blow your...
No, that's the thing that so this is according to like people that know about this kind of thing. It's ENT doctors, if I remember right, when I was reading through it. The Washington Post did a big story on this, so we wanted to just give you the Cliff Note version of it. ENT doctor. This is what they say.
Exhale right before it happens. The more air that's in your lungs, the louder you sneeze. The louder your sneeze will be.
Why don't you want to be quieter when you sneeze anyway?
I don't know. You're at the opera?
Relax your vocal cords. How do you relax your vocal cords?
It says, imagine you're letting out a deep sigh, the high-pitched ooh at the end of any achoo.
Yeah, because I breathe in. I'm like...
Also, you can keep your mouth closed, push your tongue up to the roof of your mouth to direct air pressure through your nose instead.
Just try that. Just pretend like you're sneezing and put...
I don't even know how to do this.
Sneeze into your elbow, obviously. I mean, aren't you supposed to do that?
It muffles the sound, yes.
And it doesn't spread the germs. It just gets them on your body.
One thing you should never do is try to completely hold in a sneeze. In rare cases, it can rupture your eardrums or tear a hole in your throat.
Can you imagine that?
The story?
Ouch-a-rama.
My voice is like this now because I tried to hold in a sneeze.
And I have a hole in my throat now.
Jeez, that's not the way to do it, people.
Thanks for sticking with us today.
Yeah.
We appreciate you being here.
Even though we were concerned about what position Cal Raleigh was playing.
You're still on that Curt cruise.
I just, what I think is funny is me immediately going, oh, I must have said it wrong. What did I do?
Isn't that crazy? I did the same thing with the accident. Pat and I were talking about that. Like, why is it that we automatically think that we're in the wrong? We're not.
I don't know that everybody does, but yeah, maybe it's the people pleaser in us or something like that.
It's something. I'm going to my therapist today. I'm going to ask her about it.
We want to know what your favorite childhood book is for today's question of the day.
We're going to post it on our Facebook page. So
do you have one? I used to read these
I absolutely do.
Encyclopedia Brown books. They were little mysteries you had to solve.
Oh.
I suppose, how far back are we going with our favorite book as a child?
Here's my story about this. When there's a baby shower or someone we know is having a baby, the gift that we give is books. And when I say we, it's me and my girls, my two daughters.
Okay.
And we get them our favorite books from when we were kids. So theirs is usually, there's switches, but like Jamberry is one of their favorites. Snuggle Puppy is one of their favorites. My favorite from my childhood is Monster at the End of This Book with Grover.
That's right. Because No, sorry. That would be a spoiler alert. I can't say what actually happens at the end of the book.
Yeah, don't spoil it, Curt.
But monster, yeah. So you'd be
there's a monster at the end of this book. Time. He uses bricks and ropes to try to hold down the pages.
Oh man! So there you go. Your childhood favorite childhood book. That's what we want to know for tomorrow.
Yeah. And before we let you go, since we're not having a podcast tomorrow, we're going to be back on Friday. It's opening day of baseball season tomorrow.
Mariners take on the Athletics, the A's. 7:10 tomorrow night.
T-Mobile Park is ready to go. They are ready for you, and we say go Mariners.
Go M's, yes.
Let's win. Let's do it. We got to have a winning season.
It could happen. It's happened before.
Holding out hope.
Okay. Thank you for spending some time with us today. We appreciate it very much.
If you haven't liked, followed, subscribed, all of it's free. It just helps us a little bit. So if you can give us a little extra boost by that interaction, we'd appreciate it.
That'd be awesome.
We'll see you on Friday. In the meantime, make good choices, find joy, spread kindness, and laugh. It's good for your soul.